What's up, readers and writers? It's Haley, aka The Writer with Cause. Today's Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. It's another day, another day of writing and reading and thinking. As you can recall from yesterday's vlog, we are beginning a new writing project. The goal is to have it rooted in real science as much as possible. Here's what's going on. I am finding it difficult to strike a balance between work and writing. It's getting better, I think. I'm making sure I do a little bit of writing every single day, but it's difficult because, we're humans. We only run on so much energy and I get tired. But at the same time, I'm really excited by the prospect of this project. So what's going on? What can we do to resolve this issue? And I think the answer is to just keep trying. At least that's where I'm starting here today. I'm just going to keep on trying. I'm just going to make sure I'm writing or reading something for what I'm writing for at least 30 minutes a day. And I have done that today, but I can do a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little bit stressful. I'm a little bit crunched on time, but hey, it's for the love of the craft, right? That's worth it. So just a little bit of words of encouragement if you're struggling with something similar right now on whatever your passions or craft may be. So I thought today I'd show you a little bit more of the behind the scenes of me actually reading and writing. And that's kind of a way to accomplish two things at the same time. Nip in the bud my time issue, ironically, writing about time. I just think it'll be a fun twist on what these videos have been more like so far. So yes, right now I am reading through. I'm still in chapter 1 called Flavors of Time by Dr. B. That's what we're calling him, Dr. B. Full title written below. I think I'll take the whole week to read this book. I'm gonna need to get a lot done over the weekend. Part of what I'm doing here is just starting to get a very basic understanding of the scientific principles being laid out here from Dr. B, and he's just my first source. First of at least 20 sources. So the goal is to collect 20 annotated sources and annotate them and write summaries and pull out some quotes that I think will be useful to keep in mind, and maybe one or two to sprinkle in the book with attribution, of course. And that is just me leaning on my academic training. I studied English literature in college, and that's the main thing that you do. You gather sources, do your darndest to understand all the ins and outs of your sources. You want to find sources that go against what you're saying. You want the antithesis. And then, of course, you want to read the sources that argue with your sources. And it's just endless and endless and endless. But it's fun because that's the learning process. And the more you read, the easier the writing process is. So since this is a very research-heavy piece of writing I'm going to be trying to make, I want to be well-read on it, as well-read as I can be. And especially since I'm charting new territory for myself, where I'm not then going to go on to write a pure nonfiction academic paper out of this. I'm trying to transform it into a piece of fiction that holds its weight in some arenas. Maybe not all arenas, but at least some arenas, at least one arena. I mean, come on. Yeah, so let's do some of that, shall we? Let's do the tough part now. Okay, I've barely started working here, but as I was reading, I was reminded that I want to read Dune. I need to read Dune. This is like the quintessential sci-fi book to read. So maybe this will be my next sci-fi read after Project Hail Mary. Alright, well, that was a good amount of research that I got done tonight. Just the first day, so it's expected that we start a little bit slow. And I think tomorrow, now that I got my foot in the door of this new book, it'll be smoother sailing. Yeah, I'll just keep my mind open, keep learning new things, and also have the plot developing in the back of my mind. Tomorrow, it'll be the same as today, just more. So until then, keep reading, keep writing. Peace.